Assalamu alaikum everyone. Back at you again with another pre-Maghrib post-morning workout run. It's not a workout, it's a run. And this time it was unscheduled, as the case would have it. Just felt like I wanted to go for one today, so I just did a short 6.3K. It was nice. My wife sent me a quote today. And this quote was from Sheikh Abdul Hakim Murad. I think it was from a recent speech, or it comes from his latest book that he published, which I'm really hoping to get a hold of when they do a second print of it, because it's all sold out from what I understand. The quote, the idea in the quote that he was relating was that for Muslims, we do not have a dualistic conception of existence. You know, you as a human being, this idea that you have a separate mind from your body, Cartesian dualism, for those of you who know a little bit of philosophy, we don't buy into that. This whole concept, dualism, was even invented in an era in which religion was dying and God was being killed. So they would have it, as they thought anyways. In the words of Nietzsche, God is dead and we have killed him. And so that whole era came up with some concepts that try to basically replace religious concepts. Now for us as Muslims, we don't buy into this idea of Cartesian dualism. Sheikh Abdul Hakim Murad in the quote was saying that whatever you do to the body affects the soul, and whatever you do to the soul affects the body. The two are actually connected. And the thing that he was relating this to was the idea that it's not an idea, it's a reality. A lot of diseases that we have today, their basis is actually in psychological angst and psychological disquiet. There's a damage that we're constantly inflicting on our souls in the way that we've transgressed against ourselves and transgressed against nature, and so that results in damage into the body. So you see it in a lot of chronic diseases and things like that. Now, all of this aside, part of the reason why, for me, and I try to relate this to you as well, and try to impart this on you who is listening to this, physical activity is so important because it does have an impact on the soul. It has an impact on your even grit, your self-discipline. If you're constantly disciplining your body, you will actually see an impact on how your spiritual discipline becomes. So when you look at, for example, your prayer, and let's say that you're someone who's just starting to work out and you're starting to get the groove of it, you're starting to feel fit, you're losing some extra weight, you're feeling good. Take a note and notice how you're getting up from sujood and from ruku' and going down and all of the movements in the prayer itself. See how your body is actually moving. You will feel it's just more seamless. And as it does that, when you don't think about physically doing all these motions, your soul is starting to actually experience the effect of that. So it becomes more seamless, and then you actually start to connect better. Similarly, when you're disciplining yourself and you're not allowing yourself to just do whatever you want, and you're not transgressing against the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you actually see that your body, people say, like when you see some people and you see just light coming through them, light coming from their face, you see that from people who are living their lives righteously. They're not sinning, they're not transgressing against themselves, they're not transgressing against nature. There's just a sense of calm, peace, serenity around them. All of that is because they're allowing their soul to develop in a holistic, harmonious way with their body and with nature as well. So I've been getting some messages from you guys telling me that you've been running. I just got a message the other day, yesterday I think it was, or the day before. Home, you run 14 kilometers, which was just, and he, alhamdulillah, he said that I encouraged him to do that. So I'm hoping to get some of the rewards of this with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you haven't been running, you haven't been exercising, you haven't been doing that, I think now is the time. Don't wait, just get up, go do something. And it doesn't really matter, you know, you don't have to go run 6, 7, 8, 14K, whatever. Do something. Just make sure that you move your body, get limber, stretch, exercise. إِنَّ لِجَسَدِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا, as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wasallam said. Your body has a right upon you. So you have to fulfill that right. And don't use Ramadan as an excuse to be lazy. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I look forward to more messages from you. And keep myself and my family in dua. Assalamu alaikum.